أرض. وكم نقطة فكرنا عندك
Where is your sister?
She is coming on another phone.
She's not at home.
No, she's using another phone.
Okay.
Coming in some like 2 minutes. Sabirin ko Alexo.
Okay, I want you to listen now, all of you. Those ones who have children who are in besides you, make sure they keep quiet or they go to other rooms to have a rest there. We have rules. Number one, which I want us to observe throughout the lesson. Number one, I want you to observe total silence. Number two, you listen attentively to what I'm going to explain. 3, make sure you take short notes. Number 4, you jot down any question which you ask by the end of the lesson. I will have 10 minutes for asking questions. You ask questions, then I will answer the questions for you. Then those ones who will be choking, I am able to see you also. When we are going to meet, you will be punished, please. We are learning, and also you are able to see one another on the screen. For a long time, you have not seen one another as a standard 8 candidates. So we start our lesson. It is a continuation. Previous lessons, we had talked about soil. I talked about soil, what you were taught in class 4. Soil in class 5. Today, it is a continuation of soil. That is soil. Under soil, we are going to talk about water retention. Pupils, water retention is the ability of soil to hold water. As water retention is the ability of soil to hold water. If you were to carry out an experiment to see the ability of different soils to hold water, you need the following requirements. Number 1, you need water. You need cotton wool. You need different samples of soil. You need a funnel. And lastly, you need collecting jar. Then we have steps which you are supposed to follow. Number 1, put equal amounts of cotton wool in the funnel. That is, we have the 3 funnels. 1 is for clay soil, loam soil, and sand soil. Then you place the funnel on the collecting jar. 3, you put equal amount of different soils on different funnels. Then lastly, you need to add equal volume of water into each funnel. Then you wait for some time and observe the amount of water collected. Assuming you are having those 3 samples of soil, you put equal amount of water, then you observe, you are likely to see that the least amount of water will be passed through the sample with the smallest particles. And the soil, much of water will pass through soil with the biggest particles. Pupils, soil with high water retention has poor drainage. Previously, I said, what is drainage? Drainage is the ability of soil to allow water to pass through it. So, soil with high water retention has poor drainage, and that is clay soil. Soil with low water retention has poor drainage, and that is sand soil. Cotton is used to stop or prevent soil particles from falling in the basin. We have 3 types of soil: sand soil, clay soil. We want to see the characteristics of each soil. We are starting with loam soil. Loam soil pupils is a mixture of clay soil and sand soil. Loam soil is the best for farming since it is fertile. Loam soil has moderate capillarity and drainage. When we talk about capillarity, it's the ability of soil to allow water to race through it from bottom to top. And the best soil with the best capillarity is moderate meaning average, it is loam soil. Next, we move to the characteristics of clay soil. Clay soil has small particles. Clay soil has small air spaces. Clay soil cracks when dry. It has paste capillarity. Clay soil has the poorest drainage. It is the best for modeling. And then lastly, clay soil is also referred to us as heavy soil since it is difficulty to work on it. The last type of soil is sand soil. Sand soil has large particles. 2, sand soil has large air spaces.
Mohammed,
Yes.
teacher Sabrina is trying to get a meeting. She wrote the password, but they saying the meet is not valid.
We will see it later. So I will, after this
Yes.
one is recorded. I will send it to the groups. You will be able to catch up with us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we proceed. The characteristics of sand soil. I've said sand soil has large particles. Sand soil is the best for construction due to large air spaces, making it to mix well with the cement. Another characteristics for sand soil is that they are light soil, hence easy to work on. Sand soil has good capillarity. And then lastly, it has large air spaces. Those are the characteristics of sand, of the 3 types of soil. Now we
repeat.
Yes. Pardon, Ikra.
Repeat some
I repeat.
sand soil characteristics of sand.
Yes. Characteristics of sand soil are as follows. It has large particles. It has large air spaces. It has good drainage. Sand soil is light soil, hence is easy to work on. It is the best for construction due to large air spaces, making it mix well with cement. We move to soil erosion. Soil erosion is the carrying away of the top fertile soil by the agents of soil erosion. Soil erosion is the carrying away of the top fertile soil by the agents of soil erosion. The agents of soil erosion are those things that facilitate the removal of soil from one place to another. The main agents of soil erosion are water and wind. Those are the main. I want to explain each. Water. Water is the main agent of soil erosion. Raindrops weakens the soil particles, which makes it easy to erode. Flowing water carries large amount of top fertile soil. Number two, we move to wind. The top fertile soil on a bare land is carried away by moving wind. Soil erosion is speed up by the action of animals and the human beings. Factors that increase soil erosion. The rate or the speed at which soil is eroded is determined by several factors. Namely, we have slope, type of soil, amount of rainfall, lack of vegetation cover, human activities. So I want to explain each of the factors that increase soil erosion. Slope, number one is slope. The land with steep slopes is eroded more and faster since water tends to flow fast downhill. I repeat, the land with steep slopes is eroded more and faster since water tends to flow faster downhill. Number two, type of soil. Soils like sand, which is loose, is eroded easily. Amount of soil of rainfall, amount of rainfall. Heavy rainfall falls increases the rate of soil erosion since more water is available to carry away top fertile soil. Number four, lack of vegetation cover. Lack of vegetation cover. Heavy rainfall, soils without vegetation cover. Soils without vegetation cover are exposed to agents of erosion, hence easily eroded. If you compare two gardens, one garden is planted grass and the other one is left bare without anything. The one which is bare land, it is blown to more soil erosion compared to the one which is having grass, because grass covers the soil. It is not easy for soil erosion to take place. Lastly, we have human activities. Human activities, these are activities done by human beings, which increases the rate of soil erosion. Examples of human activities include construction of roads and buildings. When one wants to build a house, he or she has to dig the soil, hence exposing the soil to soil erosion. Another human activity is mining and quarrying. This is the extraction of minerals from the ground. Then we have deforestation. Then next we have overstocking and overgrazing. Lastly, we have poor farming methods. We have different methods of farming. If you are those farmers who have their farms in hilly places, they dig along the slope. When it is going to rain, the amount of soil erosion which is going to be carried away is very high. We move next to types of soil erosion. This is what you are taught in class 6, but we are doing it as a kind of revision. Types of soil erosion. We have 4 types of soil erosion: sheet erosion, gully erosion, splash erosion, also known as spatter erosion, and then lastly we have sheet erosion. I want to discuss each one of the 4 types of soil erosion. Number 1, we have splash erosion, is also known as spatter erosion or raindrop erosion. It is the displacement of soil particles by raindrops when they hit loose bare soil. Pupils, splash erosion is usually controlled by mulching or planting cover crops in an area before it occurs. It is commonly around houses roofed with collaborated iron sheets. Number 2 is sheet erosion. Sheet erosion, it occurs when the top soil is eroded in a thin, uniform layer down a gentle slope. It is not easily noticed because sheet erosion is the uniform removal of top soil. It is sometimes noticed when plants' roots are exposed on the surface. It is also considered as a form of a landslide. That is sheet erosion. Number 3, we move to rill erosion. Rill erosion is the carrying away of topsoil by the slow flowing water forming shallow channels on the ground. Rill erosion is common on gentle slopes. Number 4, we move to gully erosion. Gully erosion. Gully erosion, if real erosion is not controlled, it leads to gully erosion. It is common on steep slopes where the fast flowing water form deep, fish-shaped or U-shaped gullies. Order of soil erosion. We want to see how are these order of soil erosion are done in some steps. Sheet erosion, if not controlled, first sheet erosion, if not controlled, leads to rills. So sheet erosion not controlled at all, it starts forming rills. If rill erosion is not also controlled, it leads to gully erosion. Pupils, up to that point, we come to the end of our lesson. Now, I give you some time for those ones who have questions to ask. You ask the questions, I will answer, then we come to the end of our lesson. Inshallah, on Thursday or Friday, we'll continue with soil fertility in class 7. In that order until we finish class 8. Now, questions. I am starting with Abubakar Abdullah. If you have a question, you ask it, I note it down, then I will answer it for you. Abdullah Abubakar, any question? Unmute your mic.
What are the three agents of soil erosion?
Agents of soil erosion. Another one. Do you have another question to ask?
No.
Yes, he's asking what are the 3 agents of soil erosion? I have said we have 2 main agents of soil erosion. One, I've said it is water, whereby I said water is the main agent of soil erosion. Raindrops weakens the soil particles, which makes it easy to erode. Flowing water carries large amount of top fertile soil. Another agent of soil, I've said it is wind, whereby I've said wind, the top fertile soil on a bare land is carried away by moving wind. Soil erosion, then it is speed up by animals and human beings. Another question, Abdurrahman Bashir. Abdurrahman Bashir, any question? Ayan Ibrahim. Ayan Ibrahim, any question?
No.
No. Ahmed Abdusalam, any questions?
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes, ask.
What is the main factor that increases soil erosion?
What?
The main factor
The main factor
that increases soil erosion.
that increase soil erosion. I have said the agents of soil erosion. There are 2, the major one, it is water and the wind. Whereby I've said wind is the taking away of top fertile soil If you followed clearly, I said the order in which this soil erosion takes place. Wind carries topsoil on a bare land is carried away by a moving wind. Soil erosion then it is speed up by the action of animals. When we talk about animals, this is whereby you get the farmer is doing overstocking. You are rearing more animals in a small piece of land. Let's say a piece of land is supposed to cater for 5 animals, and you have 10 or 15. That is what we call animals. They are going to step on the ground, they remove the grass, then they expose the soil to carrying away of the top fertile soil by wind. Another one, Ahmed Absalam.
Yes. Contented, sir.
Okay, Aisha.
There is Muhammad Abdurrahman there. Tell him
Aisha
to ask
Abdurrahman.
questions.
Oh,
Muhammad Abdurrahman Habra is sitting there.
he has
Hiding
asked,
this. He wants to ask a question. He's very
let
shy.
him ask you a question. Aisha. Aisha Abdurrahman, question. No question. Sarah Sharif. Sarah Sharif, ask a question. Sarah Sharif.
Teacher,
Yes.
what is the best way to control soil erosion?
Okay, I'm coming there. The best way of controlling soil erosion. We have methods of controlling soil erosion. Number one,
Teacher,
we have planting cover crops. Number two, we have mulching, whereby you apply dried leaves on the soil. Number three, we have glowing of windbreakers. Windbreakers, let's say you have a garden where you have planted maize. Around the perimeter, you plant what we call windbreakers trees, which will reduce the speed at which the wind is blowing. Then we have terracing on steep slopes. We have cut of drains. We have proper stocking rates. If it is a farmer, a piece of land is able to accommodate 4 animals, let him or her keep 4 animals, but not overstocking. Another one, you practice afforestation. Another one, you practice reforestation. We have contour farming, strip cropping, and then lastly, building of gabions if it is gully erosion. So every type of soil erosion has a way in which you can prevent that soil erosion. Another question? Ayan Ibrahim. Kadra. Kadra. Okay. Abdurrahman Bashir. Abdurrahman Bashir.
No question.
Eh?
Teacher,
No question.
Yes, ask.
question.
Ask it.
Teacher, what is
No.
Eh?
I don't have any question.
Mulching.
Yes.
Mulching is a method of controlling soil erosion. This one, you look for either dry grass, then you spread it on the soil to cover the soil from exposed to raindrops Also, soil mulching prevents controlling of weeds. Since you have covered the soil, the sunlight is not able to reach the soil, therefore weeds will not germinate.
Okay, thank you.
Anas
The slashing.
Anas Sharif. Anas Sharif. Eh?
How can you control
Okay.
erosion?
Okay, up to that point
The
we come.
slashing. Slashing.
Slashing, it is a method of controlling soil erosion. Not soil erosion, sorry. Slashing is a method of controlling weeds. In class 4, we said what is a weed? A weed is an unwanted plant which grow where it is not wanted. So slashing is not a method of controlling soil erosion, but controlling weeds. But the best method of controlling weeds is digging them out. Next. Next person, if there is any question. Okay, we come to the end of our lesson today. I wish you a nice day as we are approaching to the end of the day. After 10 minutes, I will send you this clip, you go through. If there is any question, you ask, you have my number. Then I will send you through WhatsApp questions for what we have covered today. You do the questions and then you send them through WhatsApp. The number 07200 868 44, the number I gave yesterday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.